Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are very well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life in your own narrative, in your own story, because that is the season and the time that we're living in. The new Africa is emerging. The birth of the new Africa is emerging, family. And, we will know Africa is free or we have entered our ancient future when we release the systems of government, the system of healthcare, the system of economy that we have on us now. But there has to be a transitional kind of governance or a transitional system, people who get into the system and they're anointed for this season to break the neo-colonial order and to start to transition us out of, or at least just to take hold of those colonial altars that were set in every single country when they created, the nations, the false countries, and gave us pirate agreements as, our government laws and all these things, family. And that brings me to what has happened in Botswana. So Botswana has actually elected a new president. He was elected with a landslide victory by majority the youth. And don't forget, most of Africa now is 75%, if not higher, youth. Youth is usually considered under 25, under 35, sorry. But we can even say the majority are even in their 20s and teenagers. So a lot of them are the ones that voted for him. And what was interesting about him, and you can definitely check, what they've said about him, but what was interesting about him, so young voters made about a third of the vote, is that he brought down the neo-colonial rulership that had ruled for 60 years. The government that had been there since independence. And Botswana happens to be very diamond rich, former colony of the divided kingdom, I think. So they had their puppets, they had their brotherhoods. Because what you'll see, family, is a lot of the governments that were put in place, a lot of the presidents that were put in place since independence, and a lot of the ones who created these major political parties that have been ruling for 50, 60 years, were initiated into the Masonic Brotherhood. And a lot of the judges, a lot of the heads of the corporations are part of these systems. Now, they may try and reinvent themselves. They may try and come with, different, same brotherhood, but a different actor. But their time is up at this time. Their time is completely up, family. And when you see something like this happening, because I don't know much about this guy, but all I do know is that he is actually, I think he's Harvard educated and all that, which always makes you just, he's called Boko. I think he's the first COSA president ever or something like that. And something interesting which shows you that he's already looking to move in a new direction is that he said that he was going to legalize all illegal Zimbabweans who had been living in Botswana for a long time. And this shows you now the reunification of our people, because these borders are not our own. And most of the times, the borders have cut our people and our nations in half. So when I saw that as one of his first policies, and I'd love to hear from our Botswana family whether this was just a populist move or whatever, but what is happening now in the political arena is so much deeper than we're seeing, family. The hand of the Most High, the God of our people, is over every government right now. We are being ruled by a higher divine order that is correcting the neo-colonial and dismantling the neo-colonial order. But we have to continue. Our role is continue to pray and to petition and to call in a liberated Africa, a free Africa, a united Africa. He did talk about how he was going to partner with the people who work in the diamond trade He was gonna make sure that align those. So that did make me raise my eyebrows. Like, I hope he's not gonna, we should be moving to nationalizing these things and all that. Maybe Botswana is already there because Botswana happens to be one of the richest countries in Africa. But he also did say that he was going to now move the country away from the dependency of being a diamond trader or a diamond trading nation. And this is what I mean when I say that a lot of these new political people or parties that will be coming in, the new political flock, if you want to call that, will be dismantling the characteristics and nature of each and every African nation, because Africa is an extract continent. Every country was picked, selected, and designed to extract things that benefited Rome or Babylon. Whether it's lithium for batteries and all these, whether it's the things they call coltan for our phones, whether it's diamonds, every country, whether it's coffee, whether it's tea. And we became where we were pushing that, but we didn't create a community amongst ourselves. So because we're an extract nation and we're only exporting certain things, although this is rapidly changing, that's why you see manufacturing took a back seat because it wasn't promoted. Because of course, you can see by the intelligence of the geniuses that are coming out all over the country designing all kinds of free energy cars, a system, free energy battery that can give electricity to a whole village and all these things. But because we were still a neo-colonial slave nation, neo-colonial system, we were literally just moved into wage slavery, which they had more control over through their corporations. But we're moving away from that. So when you hear presidents talking about moving away from the traditional forms of the economy and expanding, it really is good news, family, because we need to go into manufacturing our own things, creating our own cars, creating our own planes, creating our own technologies, creating our own online systems, online presences, our own CNNs of this world, our own YouTubes of this world, our own Google. And there has been no space to do that. So when we see these new presidents coming in, it's not about so much the character of the personality that is coming in, but it shows that there is a break to the old order. And as they're trying to regroup themselves, because he was shocked. Masisi, he was even booed at the ceremony, and the president, being the statesman, was like, oh, let's not boo him. I don't know what. But he was booed, the one who had been president for I don't know how many decades. He was expecting a win, family. He conceded after 2 days. And that shows you that even though they've planned to rig and they've brought democracy and then they've brought us on these electronic systems, it won't work. The righteous rulership is coming in. And so as the brotherhood is trying to recollect themselves, a whole new system, other leaders, because the government is the one that is at the top of that pyramid. I've talked about the 7 pillars of Babylon. Maybe I'll do a refresher on that. Government, education, health, economy, religion. There's 7 of them that they use to neo-colonize Africa and to keep us in a certain system as an extract nation. But when these new politicians come in, when these new political orders come in, family, they're going to shift everything radically. And they're preparing for the new Mama Africa. They may be transition governments, or they may be the ones that help to really establish the new order, the new system of governments on the motherland, because that's what's coming. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you thought about everything that's been going on in Botswana. Wishing our Botswana brothers and sisters, all the best with this new dispensation. And if you're looking to move to the motherland, family, and you want more information on how to go about it, residency permits, work permits, security, etc., we have started a relocation consultation service. So definitely email us for more information, mumbi.saraki@gmail.com. Tuko pamoja.